Tonight we're going to make some soup. We're going to make some albondigas, caldo de albondigas, which is like Mexican meatball soup. So we're going to start by making the meatballs. I'm going to use ground chicken today. So point it to this. So here's my ground chicken. Gonna add some, I gotta add my half a cup of jasmine rice in here too. Gonna add some salt. Some ground black pepper. Some Creole seasoning, this stuff right here. Okay. 1 egg. Mix it real good, and then we're going to bake it in the oven, in a 400-degree oven for about, let's say, 10 minutes, and then it'll finish cooking in the soup. Gotta keep one hand clean so you can get stuff, without getting both hands dirty. Okay. It's cold. Take that off. My hand. I'm going to place these in this little muffin tin, a mini muffin tin, and bake it in the oven. So let me spray this. few more to do. Then I'll put it in the oven. Press it down like this if you want it round. So we're going to put this in the oven, 400-degree oven for about 10 minutes. Now we're going to start cutting up all our vegetables. And see what's going on here. These are the items that need to go in the soup first. Get the base, started. So I'm going to use about 4 tomatoes. 4 potatoes, some medium-sized potatoes, 4 of the corn. These are just frozen corn. Just gonna rinse everything off. Let's see, what am I cooking? I'm going to make some Mexican meatball soup, Caldo de Albondigas. I'm going to use ground chicken instead of ground beef. You can make it either way, doesn't matter. I just have some ground chicken to use, so I'm going to use that. Can I see my face? Hold on, I'm going to show you my face after I finish washing all this stuff right here. So we're going to cut half an onion. We're just going to slice it up. You should get all the outer layer off, otherwise it'll be slippery when you're trying to cut it. All right, slice these up. Here's my onion. Did you wash it first? Did I wash what first? The onion? Here are my tomatoes. Some Roma tomatoes. Let's take this. Just gonna sharpen my knife. Some people wash their onions after they peel them. I do it sometimes, sometimes I don't. Because it's inside, it's not like, this whole thing was covered. Okay, so I'm just going to cut it into wedges. So this stuff is ready. We're going to turn this thing around. Show you my face. Is this Mexican food? Yes, Albondigas is a Mexican meatball. So it's like if you say Caldo de Albondigas, that's Mexican meatballs. Mexican meatball soup. Okay, so here's my face and here's my pot. It's already heated up. I think it's hot enough. So I'm going to saute my onions first. Yes, I love albondigas. Any type of soup, caldo de albondigas, caldo de fideo. Oh. Okay, so let's put some vegetable oil in here. You can use olive oil, doesn't matter. Spoon ready. Okay, let's see if it's hot. So if you put a wooden spoon in your oil and it starts sizzling, that's when it's hot. Okay. I'm going to add my sliced onion in there. Yes, I did mix the brown chicken with some jasmine rice, uncooked jasmine rice. It's going to finish cooking in the soup. So the way I make the meatballs is I put it in the oven, let it finish cooking like pretty much halfway, and then do the rest in the soup. I'm just going to look at it, let it turn brown, and then we'll add the tomatoes and all the seasoning, add some water, add the potatoes, the corn, because those take a little bit longer than the squash, the zucchini, and so I'm going to put some green zucchini in there. These right here. Some of these in there. And also some yellow squash. These right here. These are called something else. Coyotes, something like that. So let me show you guys what the meatballs look like. Light greenish. Okay, I seen those at HEB. I forgot what the yellow ones are called. Or is it just yellow squash? But the chayote is the green one. Yeah, they're a little bit thicker than the regular squash. Regular zucchini, I mean. Gonna wrap up these and put it up in the freezer. Okay, that I have not made yet. The caldo de res, I think that's like is it like a steak soup, or like they use meat in their soup, right? I just been using ground meat. So we're gonna add the tomatoes in here. We will start seasoning this with everything. So these are the seasoning that I'm going to use. Oh, let me show you guys the meatballs. Just halfway done. I might have to flip them over. I'll burn my hand. This is what the meatballs look like after 10 minutes. So let's flip them over. We're just flipping the meatballs and putting it. We're going to put it back in the oven for 10 more minutes. And this is ground chicken in here with some seasoning, which is salt, ground black pepper, and Creole seasoning. And we have 1 egg in here, and also half a cup of jasmine rice, uncooked jasmine rice. So I flip them over. I'm gonna put it back in the oven without burning my hand. Timer back on. So we're gonna season it with some pink salt. I have pink salt in here. You can use regular salt, sea salt, doesn't matter. I know it looks like there's a lot of salt, but it's not. So that's the salt. Some ground black pepper in here. Garlic powder to this also. You can use fresh garlic or garlic powder. That's fine. Flavoring for these. I'm going to put a bunch of these in here. This is going to give that nice color and the flavor. A few dashes of the, you see that orange color? Orange reddish color? That's what it does. It gives it a nice flavor. And here's some cumin. Move it around. I'm going to add 6 cups of water in here. Yes. We're going to add, what does the light do? So this is 6 cups. Did you stir? Are you asking about this? Oh, are you asking about this? The light was just coming out of here. I mean, if you're cooking in the dark, I guess you can see with it. I don't know, it came like that. It's like a battery operated salt. I'm gonna move this around. Yes, this is, yeah, exactly, you're right. I love this stuff, it's so good. But I can't, so it's too spicy for me. This one's just right. It's not even spicy. So this is just vegetable bouillon. It's better than bouillon, that's the name of the, the bouillon. So you're just gonna add about 2 teaspoons in here. And this looks like tamarindo, but it's not. So, because 1 teaspoon is equivalent to 1 cube. So, I'm just going to put it back in the refrigerator. It'll stay good. I'm just going to mix this all up. I'm going to bring this to a boil. Then I'm going to add the potatoes. And okay, get my corn and the potatoes. Well, the corn's already ready. Careful. Okay. I'm gonna add my corn squash, the zucchini to it. So here's the meatballs. That's what the other side looks like. So it's pretty much browned before I put it in here. Some people just put it in there without cooking it first, but I like to have it halfway cooked before I put it in there so it stays in place, doesn't fall apart. Around. Oh. I can tell you what I used. With ground black pepper, some Creole seasoning, some Badia Sazon tropical seasoning, some garlic powder, and bouillon in there. We're just waiting for it to come to a boil, so we can let it simmer after that. It's a squash, zucchini. So let me chop up my cilantro. Always make sure you wash your cilantro because sometimes it got so much sand in it and dirt. And sometimes it don't, but nobody else. Just the people that live in this house. I'm like, huh? Yeah, I'm not gonna, I'll let this thing do its thing right away. If I touch an egg, like the inside part, I'm washing my hands. So, you want me to come back later, or are you just gonna look at this thing for like 15? I'm like, whatever, we're used to it now. Corpus Christi, that's like 5 hours from here, huh? 4 hours maybe. It's gonna finish cooking in here, so you don't want to cook it before you put it in there. And so right now it's just simmering. We got 9 more minutes left. Then I'm gonna add these zucchini in there that I just cut up earlier. I don't know, I'm gonna see it later. But before, when I had bananas like that, but then I gotta go in the office 3 times a week. But bread for the first time, like I think that's what you're talking about. So, any other questions? One, I think that's what it's called. It's good. I'm halfway through it, so I want to see what happens at the end. I mean, it's not that scary. It's just like, what the heck? Cute. Hey, she tested. Yeah, everything's good. Just, busy. Just, I'm still here. The Albondigas. It's a Mexican meatball soup. And we're almost done with it. Done cooking it. I'm just answering some questions right here. Albondigas is a Mexican meatball soup. We're just letting it simmer. We got 3 more minutes. Creole seasoning. Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. Nothing else. Gotta use that one. Some garlic and some better than bouillon in there. A few teaspoons. I don't know. Since it has rice in it already, I don't think we're gonna be having any more starch in it. I can just warm it up. Serve it with that. Yep, tortillas. I want to make some fresh tortillas one day. I have these bread from HEB. They make it in the stores, so it's like butter. It's like butter. Food tacos. Top that on. The lucky person? Yes, they're very lucky. I'm just kidding. I'm making this for my family. My kids, they're grown kids, young adults. We're back up. Maybe like to here. Get my spoons ready. You can make like a bread. It's like a thick, like actual potato that's mashed. Put it in there. You can put an egg in there and then finish cooking it in there. So yeah, different cultures, they have the same thing. I'm sorry, man. But yeah, I can look at it. See, I'm gonna put it a little bit closer so you can see.
Down already. That's all.
So these, what is it called? Cedillo? Okay, so next one, the next thing that I'm gonna make, I might make. And the inside is cooked. Thank you, Debbie. I'm just about to go off. I'm gonna turn it off. Got a nice place today. The timer's off. That's still the good part. I'll make the onions first. Then I have to hold on. Okay, so I'm going to tell you how I made it. You're welcome, Debbie. Okay, so this is how I made it. I have it on my notes, so how I made it before. So for this, you're going to need Roma tomatoes or whatever tomatoes you have, doesn't matter. 1 pound of 4 zucchinis. Well, actually, I use 2. It depends however much you want to make. It's fine. So you're going to use some zucchinis. I use 4 corn on the cob. They're real small. They're not big. They're like like this size. And 4 white potatoes. 2 teaspoons of this thing right one. More like 3 teaspoons. I have pink salt in there. Some ground black pepper. Some Creole seasoning. And rice, white rice. But make sure it's uncooked. And 1 egg. So I used one of these. These are like the mini muffin tins. And I put the ground beef in there, the ground chicken, sorry. I used one of these so I didn't have to touch all the meat. Put it in the pan, put it in the oven. It was a 400-degree oven for about 10 minutes on each side. And then I put it in the soup, which is right here. I don't know, somebody.
Oh, somebody.
That's just my son right there.
Somebody I know probably.
No.
I told him before you start probably somebody.
Not on TikTok. Oh, here it is. Okay, so after you do that, after you make your meatballs or you put the meatballs in, saute some onions, add your tomatoes, then add all your seasoning to it that I just mentioned. Add your potato. So I'm gonna pour one. So you don't want. Let me put this down because it's hot. You can garnish it with some chopped cilantro. So let me put this up here. All right, I want to thank you guys for watching again. And I'll see you guys next time, maybe tomorrow or the next day.